What if everything you've been taught about leadership is backwards? In most business books, leadership is about being out front, commanding authority, and having others serve your vision. But what if the most powerful form of leadership actually comes from serving others first? Today, I want to challenge the conventional wisdom about what makes a great business leader and share the kind of the countercultural approach that can transform you. It can transform your business and your understanding of what influence really is. You see, our culture often portrays leadership as a position of power and authority. The typical image of a successful leader includes things like being at the top of the org chart or having people report to you and making decisions that others have to follow and receiving the recognition and all the rewards. We've embraced leadership models that prioritize authority over service, outcomes over people, and status over sacrifice. This traditional approach to leadership creates several problems. First, it fosters disengagement among the team members who they just feel like they're a mere tool. It limits creativity when people are afraid to challenge the leader. It creates unhealthy power dynamics that can lead to toxic cultures, and it puts immense pressure on leaders to project perfection and have all the answers all of the time. I've seen countless business owners struggle with burnout, high team turnover, and a feeling of isolation, all while trying to be the strong, all-knowing leader that they thought they needed to be. You see, the consequences of self-centered leadership extend beyond just the workplace culture. When we lead from a position of authority rather than service, our teams perform below their potential because they're motivated by obligation rather than purpose. We miss out on the insights and the creativity of those we lead, and the business becomes dependent on us, and which makes it difficult to scale or to delegate things. You see, we create an environment where people stay for paychecks but give the minimum effort. I've consulted with business owners where the owners complained about unmotivated teams, yet they themselves were leading through control rather than empowerment. And here's what's fascinating. Research consistently shows that companies with servant leaders actually outperform those with traditional authoritarian leadership models. The very thing that many leaders fear, that serving will make them appear weak, actually makes their businesses stronger. Jesus gave us the ultimate leadership model when he said in Mark 10:45, "For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." If the creator of the universe chose to lead through service, how much more should we lead through service? You see, servant leadership is not weak leadership. It's actually the most powerful form of influence because it earns authentic respect rather than demanding it. It empowers others to reach their full potential, and it creates loyal, engaged teams who share your vision. It builds sustainable businesses that don't depend solely on the founder. And so this morning, I want to share with you 4 practical ways to implement servant leadership in your business. First, lead with questions, not answers. Ask, "What do you think?" before giving your opinion. When empowered, you'll be amazed at the solutions your team creates. Second, remove obstacles for your team. Ask regularly, "What's getting in your way?" Then work to eliminate those barriers. And third, prioritize development. Invest in your team's growth, even when it means they might outgrow their current role. And finally, share credit and own the failures. Celebrate the team's wins publicly while taking personal responsibility when things go wrong. I've seen remarkable transformations when business owners shift from asking, "How can my team serve my vision?" to "How can I serve my team so that they can fulfill their potential?" See, this doesn't mean that abdicating authority or direction setting. Servant leaders still cast vision. They still make tough decisions and they still hold people accountable, but they do so from a position of service rather than self-interest. So I ask you today, how might your business transform if you embrace the model of servant leadership that Jesus demonstrated? I ask you to share your thoughts in the comments below, and maybe even some of your own experiences in leadership. And I would also ask you to take a moment and click the share button on this post. Would love to be able to see more of these posts getting out to people, and so that they can hear and benefit from some of the things that I've been sharing. So until next time, let's go build something that matters.